Hi guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things interiors, then I have some fun videos for you. Guys, okay, a trend that I can really get with and a trend that I've been doing and even produced a couple pieces in this category. We're talking all things bag charms. Honestly, I already, the list is already way too long, so this might have to be a 2 or 3-parter. First and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all of my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at lelasophia jewelry. I put out videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Okay, let's just go ahead and dive right into this list. As you guys know, bag charms are a big thing this year. I feel like they've always been. I've always worn my Louis bags in particular with a bag charm, and literally this is so embarrassing, but I literally got 2 bag charms in anticipation of getting my Hermes vintage Kelly. I just knew that she was gonna be a charmed up gal, and we just have to give credit. I think not everybody has been giving credit. We need to give credit to Miss Jane Birkin, okay? Like point blank period, across the board, in perpetuity. She's the OG, and I think that this has started, in my humble opinion, started from her passing, unfortunately, which I know a lot of people who are like true fans of hers have criticized a lot of videos, I'm sure including mine, kind of talking about her life and more so focusing on the Birkin bag, the bag that was made in her name, that she helped design, that she really was the inspiration behind. I hope that I've given her good tributes because I really I feel like I learned so much more about her. Mary from Mary's Room has one of the most incredible, in my opinion, videos on Jane Birkin, so if you want to go check that out, definitely do. But I just have to give a blanket statement to credit where credit is due. After she passed away, I know so many people did deep dives on her, so many people kind of revisited her style, which is iconic in my humble opinion. Again, after she passed, I know that several, including I think Balenciaga is probably the most obvious, several designers put down very bejeweled, charmed, kind of dressed up bags down the runway. And I think, it's like the timing couldn't have been more serendipitous, but it definitely was inspired by Jane Birkin. So that's just credit where credit is due. I've always loved looking at her for inspiration, and the internet is an amazing place. You can still find so many of her bags and kind of like the cool charms that she put on there. So the very first piece, I had to start with this one because there is like an untapped little cool, which now it's not technically vintage, but pretty old bag charm that was my 16th birthday present from my aunt. Literally after getting my driver's license, you have no idea the hours that I spent trying to figure out which one I wanted. There was a Gucci dog collection of bag charms or keychains. The one that was my original one, I had a pug, which I took so long deciding. I remember being on the Gucci website at 16 years old being so excited. That one has been I no joke wore that for 12 years, and she needs a lot of help. I sewed her up myself. It's really embarrassing. So I'm not gonna show you that one, but I did buy another because I was so excited. So I got, again, from that same collection, a Gucci Chihuahua charm. Just talk about how cute this is. I literally bought this in anticipation of getting my vintage Kelly, along with another piece that I'm going to show you that's on my Kelly currently. I just, these are so cute. I think I got this on eBay. There are so many out there. I've definitely seen them on Vestia. There's a ton on eBay. I would recommend going there first. I really the white ones would be really cool. The kind of monochromatic white leather, but then even with the white stitching and white GGs, oh my God, that one I would really love to collect. But I went with the little Chihuahua because I think it's just so cute. And I proudly hang this on my little bag every so often, not as often as the ones that are on my Kelly currently, which you'll see in a second. But I just love these, and these are totally underrated. You can definitely still find these. And let's just go ahead and get right into my Kelly show. You guys have seen this over and over and over again, especially on my Instagram. I post her a lot. I literally was so excited about getting this bag almost exactly a little bit over a year ago, but pretty much a year ago, last winter. This was my first Hermes bag. This is my first Kelly. This is my first okay, big girl. I bought myself a serious bag piece. And in anticipation, I think inspired by a couple different people, Claire Chanel and The Life of Me have the most just like drool worthy Hermes Cadena. I think some people say Cadena, I don't know, something vintage Cadena collection. And I literally was smitten. I got this little elephant Cadena to go with my Kelly, and she's never left. She's there forever and always. And every single bag I get from Hermes going forward, I will need a matching Cadena. Maybe the lion next, maybe the Pegasus. I don't know. There's so many good ones. This was the first piece that I was like, this is still a bag charm. I think it's bag charm territory, even though it's technically could be like a lock or keychain, but I love it so much. And so this is kind of my jewelry designer version of a bag charm. Speak of the jewelry designer version of a bag charm, I knew that I wanted to put a chain on my Kelly literally the 10 minutes after I got it. I picked out 2 chains. One I'll talk about next. I'm really getting ahead of myself. I told you I had a lot of pieces on this list that I got way too excited about. The one that I kind of think works the best, that also inspired a new piece that I have coming out that I'm so excited about. This is just a vintage chain that I had. It was a bracelet, and I think I've used it as an anklet before, but I had all these vintage 18 karat gold charms that happened to be kind of Egypt themed, which we know I'm North African, so I just love studying all things North Africa, especially ancient African kind of symbology. And so I have a really cool cartouche, the Eye of Horus, and then I have a little Nefertiti, and so that's my little chain charm that I don't wear all the time on my Kelly, but I think it's kind of cool. Either wear on one side of the bag or I'll attach it on to the, like, kind of the in between the handles, and she dangles right here. It's so fun. Inspired by me doing that on my own bag. That sounds absolutely ridiculous. I do have a new, which I'm so excited to show you guys, I do have a new piece coming for lelasophia jewelry that's gonna be the brass, the gold plated still, but brass version of this with all my little mini flowers coming out. I'm giving it all away, but it's worth it. I'm so excited to show it to you guys. So that's coming out right in time for Valentine's Day. And then the OG bag charm, which I've called my core collection bag charm because it kind of is just like the pieces that are so representative of lelasophia jewelry, in my opinion. Again, humble opinion, which doesn't sound very humble at all. But this is my favorite little core collection pieces that I, again, made in brass with 24 karat pleated gold over top, so they stay really, really shiny. It's the same exact technique that was used for all the vintage Hermes Cadenas, so I love this guy. We're definitely going to be having more bag charms coming out, but I'm very excited for the chain first, and then we'll kind of go into, you know, just continuing so many different combos. But for now, I really love the core collection bag charm. And then you guys, I don't know why I'm starting out with all the unconventional ones, but literally I went to go put this on today. This is my vintage Donna Karan gigantic chunky medallion bracelet. I was gonna wear this for my video, and then I was like, oh my gosh, a bag chart. Like, guys, I'm gonna put this on my Kelly. There are so many. It doesn't have to be just be Donna Karan. There are so many vintage bracelets and bangles. Okay, now this looks a little absolutely absurd. I could definitely stand to take something away, but like, how cool would a vintage plated bracelet look on any bag? Obviously, this does not just have to be with an Hermes bag. That's ridiculous, I'm aware. But how cool would this be on like any bag? Obviously, I wouldn't have her with the Cadena side, but like, that's kind of a vibe. That was the very lelasophia, just indulgent portion of the video. Also, some of the more like conventional, but then still so amazing and whimsical bag chart. Like, who else do you think of other than Jonathan Anderson for Loewe? Like, iconic. There are about 10 that I'd probably want. Literally name any one of the Loewe bag charms, and it's iconic and it's adorable. The frog, the owl. Oh my God, there are so many. Like, I would buy any of them in a heartbeat. And it's just like, it's kind of the most iconic bag charm collection in my humble opinion. So just go ahead, because there is a whole niche market for this. I can't deny it. Chrome Hearts, okay? Chrome Hearts has keychains that are, you know, very used as bag charms. They can be interchangeable, obviously. A Chrome Hearts piece on a bag is pretty iconic. Again, just to give credit to Lori Hirschliefer and Marcy Hirschliefer, the entire Hirschliefer family. They're the OGs. They have this insane, which I hope one day, maybe in the spring, to go to in person finally. They have an insane store, but really, like, it seems kind of like a department, almost shopping mall, whole gigantic, incredible, like heaven. Anyway, they're kind of the OGs. And so a chrome hearts piece on a Birkin, whether it's a bracelet that you want to kind of attach onto a bag, or a necklace, or a keychain, which I think is probably the smartest, one with a lobster claw, not a ring to ruin your bag. Please don't do that. I do think that it's really cool. At the end of the day, I collected chrome hearts when I was 18 and 19, and I had a few pieces by them, and I love them so much. I have to just give them props. They're kind of iconic, and I love everything that they do, and it's family owned, family run. Like, chrome hearts is iconic. What I think is really cool, which is like such a duh thing, I'm sure everybody's already thought about this, but using a mini bag or a micro bag or whatever, what have you, as a bag charm, I think is so, so, so cool. And it doesn't just have to be, you know, a Chanel mini bag charm that costs God knows how much on your bag. It can be like a really cool little vintage coin purse. I kind of want that. Honestly, I might have to think about that, but even just anything, you could do this really, totally go like off the beaten path and just find a vintage coin purse on eBay. That could be so cool, but truly like pick your favorite brand. Most of them have little mini micro bags, and then add it onto a bag as a bag charm. That is so, so, so cool. And it's already a trend to have a bag on top of a bag. It's not really, this is like kind of an old trend that I think has been brought back so many different times. I know Phoebe Philo did it for Celine. There are so many different runways where this has happened. And so that's kind of just taking it, maybe taking an even more mini version and putting it on your bag. Hello, iconic bag charm. And I think that this is like, doesn't give credit for the first bag charm that I used, but the one that that made me fall in love with bag charms, or maybe fall in love with bag charms, a couple years ago, I got a bracelet custom made from Susan Alexandra, who's a really, really, really cool, like very whimsical designer. I believe she still has a store in the Lower East Side, the East Village. I think the Lower East Side. She's so cool. And when I tell you my OCD kicked in, like I became obsessed with all the little mini charms that she had. Like, when I tell you obsessed is like kind of an understatement. So I made my own custom bracelet, and I've actually toyed with putting that on my Kelly. It is so, so, so fun. But also, in addition to that, she does have little charms, and this is so nice, but because I did a custom order, they just gifted me a bag charm. Like, these are little grapes. You guys, I put this, like any Louis bag that I wear, this is on her, and it's so, so, so cute, especially on my papillon. For some reason, it kind of like dresses up the papillons. I wear it every single time I wear a Louis bag, and I am obsessed. Truly, like, pick any of the Susan Alexandra, even if it's a necklace, even if it's a bag charm, even if it's a phone charm, something along those lines, they can be used as bag charms, and it's so fun. Another, again, like, you kind of have to give credit, of course, to Kate Spade, who has like the OG bag charms. And there's one that I'm like, again, I might want this personally, called the Danny Dragon bag charm. I want this so, like, it's so cute, and you just have to like, she's been doing these fun, whimsical bag charms for so, so, so long. And so really like honoring her in this legacy is also very important, and you can like take your pick of any of these amazing pieces. And then lastly, one that is brand new to me that I hope I pronounced somewhat correctly, Anya Hindmarch. Oh my God, I don't know, please someone correct me. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing, but hello. I want 5 of these. I literally like, okay, so there's a mouth charm, there's a matchstick charm, there's a Kit Kat, there's the coolest bag charms ever, and we all need one. Like, let's just treat ourselves to one. These are iconic. These are so cool. And again, I really like, again, you know, so it's having like random gold bag charms, or at least gold plated bag charms, is not for everybody. I know it might be a little bit too like taking something that should be fun, making it serious. And so like, I think the beauty of bag charms is in the whimsy. Like, hello, a Kit Kat bar is my favorite candy of all time, and I have some a couple times a week, but like as a bag charm, that's perfect. It's literally amazing. I don't know. This is so, so, so underrated and everybody needs to know about these pieces. Maybe everybody does and I'm just like very late to the game. But yeah, this is kind of like the coolest company for bag charms. You guys, it has been my apparently very unconventional bag charm list. Stay tuned. I cannot wait to show you my newest lelasophia mini flower bag chain that again can be used on any kind of bag, whether it's a vintage Louis bag, whether it's a Dooney and Burke bag, whether it's a totally unnamed vintage bag. I'm loving that this is kind of like coming back in motion, coming back in trend, coming back into popularity so that there are more incredible designers that I've talked about making just like, oh my gosh, incredible drool worthy pieces. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye guys.